Hi, my name is Tino, and today we'll be discussing the TGFU concept as well as teach you a mini game that relates to TGFU. After this video, what I want learners who are watching is to understand three key concepts of TGFU. First being how TGFU breaks games down to the simplest format. Next is how TGFU values tactics over skills and how it steers away from traditional methods like drills, but instead jumps right into the game. And lastly, how the TGFU model increases participation through motivation. So the game we'll be playing today is called Chaos and Control, which is a mini game made to refine your offensive tactics in basketball, which makes it fall into the category of invasion games. The overall tactical emphasis of Chaos and Control will be maintaining possession and avoiding defenders. So I retrieved this game from PHE Canada, and I had to make a little slight modifications due to our current situation in COVID. So so a little bit more how to play Chaos and Control is usually it would be played 4-on-2, with four people being offensive players and two being the defenders. But due to COVID, the demonstration will be 1-on-1. The overall objective will be trying to keep control of the basketball while dribbling without being tagged by a defender. The chaos part comes in when you're in a regular gym. We would set up cones and obstacles, and you would try to maneuver around those to avoid the defenders. And the reasoning for that is to have constant pressure and challenge, even when the defender's away. So the ball will switch possessions after every score or possession loss from the offensive player. And points will be rewarded to the offensive player if they are able to maintain possession of the basketball for 20 seconds. To reference PHE Canada, some of the overall outcomes of this game is to challenge learners to new movement tactics and avoid defenders, and improve your decision making in picking optimal routes and lanes to avoid defenders. So when you're playing Chaos and Control, focus and think about the different tactics you can use to maintain possession. And here is a demonstration. So now let's draw a connection between the TGFU model and Chaos and Control. An obvious and important one is that Chaos and Control is an attempt to break down the game of basketball into the simplest forms. And in our case, that would be maintaining possession. In TGFU, you strive to build a foundation before increasing complexity. And a game like Chaos and Control is a game that enables difficulty increase. For example, if you want to up the level of chaos, up the difficulty and tactic of Chaos and Control, you can add a net to score on, or adding players to pass to. Another connection is the motivation levels and the benefits it receives from TGFU. From personal experience, in traditional methods, we use drills to build skills, and oftentimes what you see is a lack of participation due to boredom. But using the TGFU model and jumping straight into a game increases the desire to gain knowledge and refine tactics. So a great peer-reviewed research project I read about was called Teaching Games for Understanding in Basketball Camp, and through their research, they found an elevated motivational levels compared to traditional methods of learning. This was due to intrinsic motivation, and that just means learners actually enjoyed the lesson and want to improve in basketball for personal gain. And examples like this would be growth, satisfaction, and passion. The TGFU model really pushed for the motivational increase, as eliminating skill development helped avoid the act of practicing and jump straight into a game setting shown by the data. It has resulted in being more interesting for the learners. So now you're asking, what does TGFU offer compared to the traditional methods? The thing you acquire are tactics which can be applied to games, tryouts, and gym class, but you also gain the ability to educate others and spread the method of TGFU. And that is it, and here are my references. Thank you.